Hey guys, it's me Kiana and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of this video, we are doing my August wrap-up. In the month of August, I read 7 books. 5 of them I have right here, 2 of them were from the library, so let's go ahead and get started with this video. First book that I read was Leah and the Offbeat by Dyer. Insert picture here. Leah and the Offbeat is the sequel, companion novel to Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. It follows Leah and her coming to terms with her sexuality and, them having their prom, her coming out as bi, and I love that. In Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, I hated her. I did not think that, I didn't like her. I couldn't, pinpoint why I didn't like her. But in Leah and the Offbeat, I absolutely loved her. She redeemed herself for me. She is now my precious little babe. I love how we get a representation from her for her being a plus-sized girl. We get the feel of actually going to college and all of that, and loved it. That was a 5 out of 5 stars. Second book I read, which I have put on so many TBRs. I put a count of how many TBRs I put here, but I finally read A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I read this because of the A Darker Shade of Magic read-along. I only own this book, trying to get the rest of them, and I love this. This follows 2 characters, Kel and Leah. Ken is basically the only person that can go from Red London, Grey London, White London, and Black London, which you're not supposed to. And when he goes to Grey London, he meets Leah Bard, and they go, and she goes with him on these adventures. I love her. I love him. I need a gathering of shadows. I think that's the second book. I need that right now. Someone give it to me. But I read it. I enjoyed it. This was a 5 out of 5 stars. The third book I read was Big Hero 6, Volume 2 by Hiruke Uno. This follows, after Volume 1 when Tadashi goes missing. This, though, had its twists and turns, which I didn't enjoy that much. You follow Hiro and the band Wasabi, Go-Go, I forgot the rest of their name, Wasabi, Go-Go, Fred, and Honey Lemon, along with Baymax and Hiro, and of course the Max Man, who we find out, who at the end we find, not end, but they're, beginning to the middle, find out who it is. Instead of them getting Tadashi, they get the surprise, which I don't want to ruin, which was not in the movie. And I think today I'm going to rewatch the movie to see if this was in there, because it's been a couple years since I watched it. But I really did enjoy this. This was, although, a 4 out of 5 stars. The third book I read was another Becky Albertalli book, and I tabbed it, and that was The Upside of Unrequited, of course, by Becky Albertalli. This follows Molly, let me see if I can say her name, Peskin-Suso. She is Abby's cousin, and this is about her having 26 unrequited loves. There was points that I hated Molly, and there were points that I hated her sister, Cassie. Molly is a twin, her sister is Cassie, but at times Cassie can be a bitch to her sister, which, when I first read this, I didn't like that about her. No, when I first read it, I didn't notice that about her, but the second time I read it, I paid attention to Tabit, and, I noticed it more, and I really felt sorry for Molly. The one thing I didn't enjoy, this has, a lot of family moments, which I love, but their parents let them have a lot of leeway. They're 16-year-old kids. They have hormones. Why would you let them have that much freedom? That was the only part I didn't enjoy about this. But I did. I tabbed this up. I'm going to explain the tabs right now. Green is Molly be Molly. Pink is Reed and Molly moments. Blue is friendship moments. Orange is cute family moments. And yellow is sister fights. I had a lot of sister fights. Well, not sister fight, but them beginning to argue. And I didn't like that because, a lot of times Cassie calls Molly out for not doing stuff, You get drunk. Truth comes out. Can't be mad at that. This was, I think, a 4 out of 5 stars. I'll leave my Goodreads because I go into more depth down there. I'll leave all of these linked down below with my reread of Heroes of Olympus. I then listened to an audiobook / half-read The Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan. Let me just say, before I go into this babble of it, this was a 5 out of 5 stars. Now, in this one, like in the first one, Jason doesn't know who he is. He gets, you know, put on this bus with Piper and Leo, and they go on their adventures. Same with this one. Percy has lost 8 months of his memory, but he quickly becomes friends with Frank and Hazel. Frank is my little babe. I love him. Let me just put that out there. This is my second time rereading this. When I first began the series, I got up to House of Hades, and I never finished The Blood of Olympus. But now, I own all of them. I want to read all of them after this. I'm going to be rereading Magnus Chase, and then finally, Trials of Apollo. But I love this. I loved how Percy got his memory at the end when Jason had to fight for it. I need to read. Mark Athena, like, Fifth book I read, took me forever to read this. I read the first book back in January, and I finally read The Evolution of Mara Dyer. Try not to get to glare. This is the second book in the Mara Dyer trilogy. Basically, in the first book, we meet Mara Dyer, and before her parents moved from, I think it was like Rhode Island to Florida, she was the only survivor in this crash that took down her ex-boyfriend and two of her best friends. And after that, she began seeing all her dead friends and her ex-boyfriend. And at the end of the first book, she thinks that her ex-boyfriend, Jude, is alive. So, picks up right from then. We learn that Jude sexually assaulted Mara, which I dealt with the PTSD of that. And how every time they brought up Jude's name, she would freak out. And I love that they did that. Everyone says this is trashy, but I'm trash for this book. I love Noah Shaw. Noah Shaw is my little babe. I love how, no matter what, he always is trying to protect Mara, even though Mara is saying, like, you shouldn't, like, I'm not worth it and shit like that. 5 out of 5 stars. The 7th book I read was Rat Queens Volume 2. You know, put that picture right there. I love that. I hated the first one. The first one I rated 3 out of 5 stars. This one I loved. We have a lot more backstories on them. All the characters. I don't remember their names, which sucks, but I love all of them. And wow, love that book. Already checked out the 3rd one from my library, which will be in my TBR. But the synopsis for Rat Queens Volume 2 is basically, in the first one, the Rat Queens are being blamed for, like, destroying the city, I want to say. But that's not true. So, this one, they're going to a battle with the dude Sawyer. Someone has kidnapped him when he went to go look for Benedict. They find her. Whoever took her, the dude who took her, fucked her up. So now the Rat Queens, other people, are helping them now. And I loved it. Oh, I love Rat Queens now. I'm going to try to read Rat Queens Volume 3 in September. But, yeah. So, these are all the books that I read in the month of August. I am proud of myself because school starts now. And, like, I'm going to have 4 classes because I'm going to be dropping one, but still, like, the workload, I'm a sophomore now, it's going to be heavier. Trying, because today's my day off, and tomorrow I'm going to be trying to recording more videos too. But that is all for today's video. I now post Mondays and Thursdays. I'll be leaving here videos I feel like you guys should go check out, and I will see you guys very soon with my TBR. Bye guys.